Um, Hello guys. In today's video, I brought up this platform because I wanted to explain you something very important on this model. This is something that I've discovered in some of the analysis that I've been making, and all of it is and all of it is and I know this is going to blow your mind. If you remember the experiment that we have done with the Kindle in the latest video that I've made, in the latest experiment that I've done, so I have come with a demonstration which I think can work with even the UFOs. And specifically, you are not going to need the protection on the platform or anything like that. So, as you remember, on this model we have there is a field always all the times when I test this model. There's a field which forms on this side. Whenever I try to operate the model and I try to pull my hand so close around the platform, I get like this kind of push force, which is trying to push me back up, whenever I try to pull my hand so close to the model. So I was like, this is one of the most important thing that this model could ever generate, because when it's not active, when it's not on, we don't you don't feel nothing. But when you turn on the platform and you turn the fields, it forms this kind of like fluidy fields around it, which is like so high when it's charged a lot, it generates this kind of field on a in a long distance. So I was like, I need to see the way that I can make this technology or this demonstration more applicable. So, for example, on the platform, we already know that even in space, you need the UFOs, as you know, the designs they have like these kind of glasses or all these things that we know. But on this model, if I do my best to amplify these fields that we see on the platform, which forms around here, I can be able to maneuver this model in space and without anything happening to me when I am in the model, or without anything happening to the model, because the fields that is generated inside the model is protects the whole thing, and it also protects the one who is inside the platform. This is the demonstration that Grebennikov always talked about in some of his experiments that he done when he was in air. He was flying on his model, even at high speeds. He didn't feel any wind blowing in his face. Every single time that he did the experiments and he went into the sky, into the air, he didn't feel any wind because the fuels which his platform generated kept him safe. So this is one of the things that I've come to realization that if I make sure that I improve this kind of fuels that I'm seeing on this model, as you have seen, it is kind of strong, but not that strong, because sometimes whenever I was trying to blow the candle, sometimes the wind entered through, but sometimes the fuse block the candle. As you've seen, I tried to do it with some kind of demonstration in the latest experiments. You can watch it back, but these fields are so important. If I get to make them, I think this is the like the last step that I can try to do on this model, which is going to be so important, because if these fields are so strong, and I will also try to do it again on the Kindle, and also I will try to use the smokes to demonstrate how the fields are forming in this area. I will try to use the smokes to demonstrate all that. But if you get these fields to be so stronger, it is one way. It is the only solution to go into space, to go into any area which is not safe, or like it has some gases or anything like that. The platform will do it for you. The platform will block these particles. It will not enter the platform. And another thing that I'm kind of like looking at, which I am not really sure yet, is to see if we can these bouncing fields that form on this area. Is there a way that we can make them stronger, that even if somebody threw a stone or something on the platform, it actually bounces off? What do you think about it? Because I mean, we already got rid of the protection part. Now, like, this is another thing which I wanna like touch on because it's so important. For example, um, if the model is working, if the model is functioning perfectly, and somebody tried to throw a stone on it. If I have the strong fuse, the fuse will bounce the stone off before it touches on the model itself. This is another advantage. So I mean, it goes way deeper. It goes way deeper. I wanted to touch on this demonstration of this fuse that we have seen. It is so scary, but also so important because um, you don't need more protection. What you need to do is to make your fuse so stronger and um, without breaking. So by doing that, it will be able, the platform will be able to protect you using only the fuse. And I am so convinced that it also protects you from the X-rays, from the the sun and all that. Because I've heard like in autistic cars platform, the platform generated this kind of fields which protected the model from the rays of the sun. So if these fields are able to do this right here by blocking the air from entering in this area, and also when I try to move my hand kind of like close to the model, I feel this kind of bouncing force. So if I increase the power and the strength of these fields around this model, I am so convinced that whatever that I throw on the platform, it will bounce off. So that whenever you are flying on the model, you don't need nothing. You just need to sit on the model. You don't need no more protection. You don't need no grass. You don't need any of that.